Mr. Shaw, I just wanted to show you the all grip color Claret and the Toplac color Bounty. And now that I've seen this, the little color chips didn't really do us justice. The Claret is like as you would maybe expect a Claret wine. It's got a little bit of wine color in it. So I'm going to look and see if the Toplac doesn't have kind of a maroon, because just using the chips, I couldn't actually see a difference between the Toplac and the Claret. So obviously there is a difference, but the color chips we couldn't tell. Kind of the same thing with the Platinum and this Whisper Gray. This gray, we can probably look at a gray in the Toplac and come up closer, and then the Cloud White looks like it has a little blue in it, so we're going to check the Blue Glow White against the Cloud White. Like I say, the color chips just really weren't large enough to be able to tell what was going on there. And these are all your sealing boards with all the primer on them that they need to have, so that you'll end up with a nice smooth finish when we coat them. The other thing that we've gotten completed is the transom. Oh, and I'm going to show you. I'll show you. It's going to be a transom strip and refinish. Real simple, couple grand job, and then we realized that we had wood filler and all the screw holes, and the wood filler was popping out as we sanded. So that kind of sucked. Just a second here. Let me get this bag open. So we had to sink all the screws deeper. So this is a screw that came out relatively easy. Let me go back to. So this one came out relatively easy. It's a Reed and Prince. It's a Fearson crosshead. They were made by Reed and Prince, but the design is Fearson crosshead. So that was in pretty good shape. But we had a lot of screws that were corroded off right at the top of the threads. Matter of fact, these are just a few. These are just examples. We had 40 or 50 of those. So we had to extract these, and of course there's no threads on them, so they don't back out easily. So we had to, in some cases we had to drill. In every case they were a real pain in the ass to get out. Then of course once we got this upper part of the screw out, then we were left with the threaded part of the screw that had to come out. So we have a little tool called an unscrew 'em. That's a little core drill. And matter of fact, this is what we used on this one. It's a little core drill, and it drills around. It drills around the broken off screw, and eventually the friction between this broken off screw and this unscrew 'em becomes enough that it backs these out. So we had to take a lot of these screws out in like 3 or 4 pieces, and then we had to countersink the hole deeper and then put a new fastener in. So that job ended up being not just strip and refinish, but strip, pull all the filler out, extract the screws, and refasten, put new screws in. So that ended up being about twice what we expected, and sorry for that. But this also concerned me, this going on right here. We're going to take about 12 screws out of the bottom and see if there's screws on the bottom that look like this, because they're not going to hold the planks on. If there are screws like this, we're not going to do the extraction thing like we had to do on the transom. We're going to add extra screws, and that also is a form of refastening. So anyway, just wanted to show you that we've got about 5 coats of varnish, I think, as of today, maybe 6 on the transom. And so we will be doing a knockdown sand next week, and then at least 4 more coats, and then a final sand on the transom, and the transom will be behind us. When that gets behind us, we're going to be moving on to the painting, and we just have to work on getting the colors right. Whether we mix our own to match the all grip and using the Toplac and make the right mixture to get the color, the gray, the claret, and the white, then that may be what we have to do. But that's going to be our next step, and then we'll be proceeding on the painting. Thank you, sir.